Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Jine, and it's Jine's signature. So today I'll be making this beautiful top. As you can see, it's when you just watch out for this tutorial. I'm going to be showing you step by step and detailed tutorial on how to get this beautiful, stunning looking top that you can rock with your pants or your skirt or anything you wish to rock it with. So just relax and enjoy this tutorial. So if this is your first time of coming across my tutorials, thank you and God bless you both. As you are watching, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and don't forget to share. And I have my number on the screen, so if you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in WhatsApp messages and I'll be there to oblige you. So without wasting time, let's go over to the table. So I'll be drafting these on the paper first before transferring to my fabric. So all you need to do is to just go ahead, if you know how to do it, go ahead and draft out a basic bodice, and then you do your princess that bustier. So that's what I'll be using to achieve this beautiful style. And this is going to be in form of a 6 pieces top. You understand? So if you know how to draft your princess that bustier, just go ahead and draft it. I'm so sorry. Every time I go to the market, I always forget to buy my marker. So by the time I get home, I'll forget. So I just have to use biro, pen, or paper, or pencil. I beg your pardon. So please, if you don't know how to cut a princess that bustier, I already have the detailed tutorials on how to do that on my channel. It's very, very easy. I have enough, tons of it on the channel. So I'm just drafting it out like this. So I'm taking my dart legs. I did 2 inches, and then I'll connect from my underbust to the bust point like this. You know, after getting your nipple to nipple, you know the usuals. Then I'll come to the armhole side and I'll divide by 2, and then I'll connect it to the midpoint, that is to the nipple to nipple point or the bust span measurement. And then I'll come down by 1 inch from the armhole, and then I'll connect to my nipple to nipple. That's to take my shoulder darts or my armhole dart. So I'll extend that 1 inch outwards so that when I'm sewing it, it's not going to be short. So it's like you're basically through with all your measurements. So you just go ahead and input your body measurements with your allowances, and you put back the dart legs that you used. So for mine, I used 2 inches for my dart legs. So I'll put it back and then add my sewing allowances. So you go ahead to the length of the top, you divide your hip measurements, you add back your dart legs, and then you give your sewing allowances as well. So I'm going to be connecting all that together. So after doing this, I'll just carve out my armhole like so. So all you need to do now is to just go ahead and then cut it out. So by the time I finish cutting it out, you're going to be understanding everything I did. But if you follow the sequence of what I did, you're going to be getting what I did perfectly well. Don't worry, before the next video, before I use the paper for the next video, I'll make sure that I already have a marker. I'm so sorry. So this front neckline, I did 3.5, and then for the neck depth, I'll be coming down by about 7 inches. So it's a V neckline. So I'll go ahead now and cut it out. So just go ahead and follow your chalk or your pencil or your pen or your marker, and then cut them out, because I'll be showing you how to get your 6 pieces easily without wasting too much fabric. So I'll cut out the dots. So for this princess bust here, I'm not going to be using any laminated foam, any wording, no. I'm just going to be leaving it as it is. I just want that place to have that look on the fabric. So I'm through with the front part, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out the back piece. So for the back piece, I've already ruled out my zipper allowance. I'm taking my shoulder measurement and my armhole depth, and of course the chest line. So for the neckline, I'll maintain 3.5 and then slant down my shoulder. For the neck depth, I made use of 1 inch and then I carved it out like so. So come to the chest line. Okay, let me get my half length first and then I'll roll that out. So on the chest line, you divide your bust by 4 and then you add your sewing allowances. On the waistline, that's the half length, you divide your waist by 4, you add 1 inch for that and then you add your sewing allowances. And then on the hip side, you divide your hip by 4 and then you add your sewing allowances. So that's what I'm connecting. So now in order to do my darts, I'll just take in my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4 inches, and then roll it out from the chest line down to the full length of the gown. And then like I did in the front, I'll just get the midpoint of my armhole and then connect it like so. So I just want to remove the zipper bulginess like so, and then remember to put your darts, because I forgot when I was doing this, but subsequently I'll be doing it before cutting out the paper. So I'm just going to cut this out. So it was when I got here that I remember that I did not do my darts. So just taking your darts half inch and then connect so that you cut it out when you are sewing. So just the way we do it, just go by 3 or 4 inches from your hip line and then connect like so. So you're going to be cutting that out. I believe you understand what I did. So for this back piece, you don't need to go by 1 inch down from the armhole and all that, because you're not having any breast in the front or the bust. There's no bust in the front. So now this is what we have for the back piece. So in order for you to have a flat zip at the back, you don't want it bulgy, I just went in by half an inch from the zip and then slanted it like this. So by the time you wear your fabric, it's going to be laying quite flat. So this is the back pieces and these are the front pieces. So the next thing for us to do now is to go ahead and cut it out. I'm making the material I'm using is a net material. It's not thick, it's too light. So I made use of a doll face. I made use of a duchess, yeah. A crepe, I beg your pardon. I made use of a crepe and then lining. So I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to be adjusting that. So for the front middle part, I just slanted it from the waistline by about 3-4 inches like that, and then added half an inch all the way around for sewing. So you can see this is how I'm going to be cutting each piece of this, so that it's going to be giving us that flary part that we have at the lower part. So I'm going to go ahead exactly what I did here. I'll cut it on the lining, on the crepe, and then of course on the main fabric as well. So you can see that it's not a small work, but by the time you finish doing this, it's going to be giving saving your fabric, because if you had cut this directly on the fabric, imagine the volume of wastage you must have done if you have done that. So just make sure that you have about the same width, that you are going to maintain that same width that you are using for they used for the first, and then you're going to be cutting it out like that. So all this is in a bid to avoid wastage of your fabric. So if you have watched up to this level, please kindly hit the subscribe button, kindly like, kindly share. And by the time I got to this place, all you simply need to do is just to take your time and then do it very well. So to all these pieces that I'm cutting out, I'll be ironing stay on all of the pieces. As you can see, I'm ironing my stay on all of the pieces. And the essence of ironing my stay on all this is just to give it stability to give it firmness, because if it's not firm, it's not going to be looking good. So that's why I went ahead to iron my stay on all the lining parts. I beg your pardon. I did that only on the lining parts. I didn't iron it on the crepe that I used. So like I said, I'll go and cut out of my fabric, join them, which I've just done. You can see I've joined this. As you can see, this is the front part. So you can see the inside. I've even used the crepe. I turned the crepe separately and all that, and then this is how it came out to be. So that's the back piece, and then of course this is the front piece. So the crepe is with the fabric, and then the lining is separate. So I use the lining to turn them. So now in order to have that design we have at the lower part of the style, as you can see, all you're going to be doing is to just go up by about 6 inches, and then mark about from the one point of the dart, just going about 3 or 4 inches, and then you're going to be using your curved ruler or anyhow you want to do it to achieve that line. But I made use of my armhole curve, and then I'll be flipping it on the other side to get that like something like this, and then I'll just curve it out like this. So this is how I'm going to be achieving it. So just go ahead and cut it like this. Just make sure it's on that line that has that dart. So just go ahead and cut it out like this. So by the time you cut it out like this is what you should be having. So you can see what I have here. So it's very, very easy. This just depends on your creativity. So just go ahead and do it like that. So just go ahead and do it like that. Just make sure you are very, very careful when doing this and all that. So now this is what we have. Yeah. So when I want to do this, all I need to do is close out my fabric, join it on the shoulders, take out my client's measurements, close it out on the sides, and then I'll be using the bias to turn the lower parts. So I'll go ahead and do all that, and I'll be back to show you. So having done that, this is what I have. So you can see how neat it is. I used the black bias to turn it all the way around. So you can see how wavy that lower part is. That's the whole essence of having that cut together 6 pieces. You know, that's the way it came out to be. If it were a thicker material, it should have been more wavier. You would have seen the wavy effect more. So the only thing left now is to just fix our sleeve. I've cut out my sleeve. It's a basic long sleeve. It's just that it's not going to be tight and it's not going to be too big. So all you need to do when fixing the sleeve is, when you're cutting out your armhole, make sure you cut out more than what you have, because you're going to be pleating it at the shoulder area to give it like a puffy effect. So around that shoulder area, you just pleat about some inches that you added when you are fixing it to your sleeve, and then you're going to be using an elastic to hold it on the length. So that's all about it. Thank you all, and God bless you. See you all in my next tutorial. Bye.